Hey, this is AJ, host of Soul Connection.
Along with Big Cheese the Boss.
Hey, what you doing in here, man?
Yo, what's the problem, man? I came to do my promo spot.
Yo, man, you can't be doing that. This is my time, man. It's not your time.
Yo,
Your time
I'm
is
Big
later.
Cheese. You can't tell me what to do. I'm Big Cheese the Boss,
Yo, man,
baby.
I'm in here trying to talk about Soul Connection, man, where we talk about love, relationship, politics, everything, man. And you interrupted me, man. That's some garbage, man. Nobody want to hear that stuff, man. But we talk about everything under the sun, from love, relationship, politics.
What y'all need to do is be tuned into Big Cheese the Boss when I play these old school jams,
Do I need to call security, man?
Dude, I'm Big Cheese, man. You must have forgot who I am, man. I'm the boss.
Yo, security, get this dude up out of here, man.
Get your hands up off of me. Get your hands off of me, baby. I'm Big Cheese the Boss. Man, get off of me.
I guess I showed him who the boss was. Hey, tune in to Soul Connection Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Peace.
They should have never gave y'all niggas money.
1 2 1 2.
Black cards, good credit and such. Playboy, cause I'm all grown up.
Hey, you're with Soul Connection. I'm AJ.
I'm D.
Hey, I'm sorry that we've been kind of off on a hiatus. We've been kind of under construction, so to speak. So you guys been listening to a lot of reruns and repeats, but we're back. So, hey, D, what's going on with you?
Hanging in there, man. Hanging in there.
I guess that's all we can do. That's all we can do. Anything news going on with you?
Just got back from seeing my daughter graduate.
Yeah. I remember you telling me how did it go?
It was wonderful, man. It was a wonderful experience.
Oh, wow, man, especially when they graduate in high school. Get them out of there.
Get them on out the way.
I hear that, man. But I got a rental property that I had to go to court for on a citation. The county came by and wrote me up a citation, said that the gutters at the rental property was in disrepair, which I totally disagreed with. The assessment of the gutters, they was dirty and needed to be cleaned, but you know, because I'm the owner of the property, I was ultimately responsible.
Right.
Even though it's the tenant's responsibility, but I'm ultimately responsible for it.
Right.
And I went to court, and it kind of brought up this conversation that we have had off records about our signature.
Right.
And for a lot of people that don't know, our signatures, when we get citations and tickets and traffic tickets and stuff like that, our signature actually really do mean something. And
it means everything.
And the one reason what made me think about that is because I was in the courtroom, and the guy, they was actually, if you go to courtroom on the citation, the fine was $500. Each offense was $500.
Right.
Okay. If you didn't make the repairs or necessary repairs while you was when you went to court date, by your court date, they was citing you again. So now that one offense became $1,000. So this guy was like, he disagreed with the citation originally. He came to court. He admitted open court, that he didn't make the necessary repairs because he didn't agree with the code enforcement assessment of his property. So he asked the judge, what if I refuse to sign this? And the judge basically told him that he will be in contempt of court, and he admitted the guilt in open court, and that he will be fined in contempt of court if he failed to sign the citation, and he would go to jail. And I thought about what you said. He totally disagreed with it, but they're demanding his signature on that citation. And it was like, wow, you know, D had a point there. Our signatures have carry a whole lot, you know. And
the game can't continue.
Yeah, this is the thing that baffled me about it, though. The judge, you know, she had to go to law school or something to be a judge. I would assume she would have to. And the guy didn't understand the charges. He disagreed with the charges, didn't understand it, but he was being forced to sign something that he didn't agree with. Now, in Law 101, that's the first thing they do. You don't sign anything that you don't understand.
Well, part of the law is for you to know the law.
Right. And that's the thing that didn't bother me, because she quoted that thing in the life where people was like, I don't understand. Why am I doing? They said, you know, ignorance of the law is no excuse.
That's what she told him.
In other words. But
each individual so-called citizen is responsible to know every law that's on the books.
And no matter how new or old it is.
It doesn't matter.
It's your responsibility.
Exactly. And if you look at the the way that the system is set up is it's not set up for you to even be interested in it.
Oh, and you know what? And when you said interested in knowing, I have, because of my place of business, I have to know what I got a warning a couple of times about signs out in front of my store. So I had to go and read and try to find out because the guy didn't give me no clear understanding on what my violation was when he kept saying I can't do it. And I went to go to the code enforcement, the website, and just for signage, it was like 10-15 pages. You need a law degree to decipher what it is. Now, how do they expect for a normal everyday citizen?
They don't care. That's the whole thing. It's designed for everybody to break some law at some point.
You can't help it.
You're going to.
And I'm gonna tell you,
you being ignorant of it is not a defense.
But now this is what this one guy, he got cited, and I could not believe this. There's two things that left me at awe. The first thing was this guy. The trees around your windows. If you live in the metro Atlanta area, I can't say for everywhere. I'm going to say DeKalb County, because this was in DeKalb County. The trees and the shrubbery around your windows can't be no higher than 18 inches.
So somebody's deciding on your property how much shrubbery you can have.
Right. It can't be no taller than 18 inches around your window.
That's because you don't really own it.
I mean, I'm like, this dude was in there like 18 inches. This was the guy who said, what if I don't, he the one that disagreed. And he the one that, now he put the hedges around his window. He put those, now I haven't seen these everywhere, but you know what I'm talking about. A lot of people call them security hedges or whatever, the ones that got the sharp thorns and spokes on the leaves. He planted those around his window because he had some break-ins. So he figured, if I put these sticky burrow bushes around my window,
they ain't gonna want to climb up.
Nah, have you ever been stuck by one of those trees?
Catch a butt full.
So he said they had to be 18 inches. Now his thing was to let them grow some so he can trim them back and shape them. No, dude, you can't be no more than 18 inches. And they said it was for, now this is the thing that was kicker. It's for the police that's on patrol. The police have to be able to see
in your window.
This is some crazy stuff, man.
It's only crazy when you're just hearing about it. But the thing is that it's gonna get worse, and it's because people are so far behind with understanding the law. People think I know my rights, and you can think you know your rights, but in essence, you don't really have many rights.
You don't. I mean, this one lady, she got cited because she didn't have her numbers on the street curb. She had it posted above a door, but that's not good enough. You have to have it on the curb, on your mailbox, on the street, cornerstone, something you have to have in the front of your house.
The list goes on. And
it's $500 minimum per offense.
The list goes on. This is how the counties make money. From people not knowing and not being able to basically defend themselves.
And then
it's going to cost them more to get a lawyer.
Yeah, $500 for not having your number on the streets, on the side of the street. Then this is the one that actually got me. The one I was like, this is totally a scam. This lady house burned down. Big hole in the back of the house. Fire must have happened in the back. And she got cited because it wasn't secure. Because she have to close off the house, the doors, the windows have to be boarded up. But this is the thing. The lady by law, she can't, because the house fire is still under investigation. So if she go and board those windows and doors up, she will be in contempt because the house is considered a crime scene. But for as Georgia code enforcement, it's her responsibility. So she got cited for not having the property secured.
In other words, they're gonna make money if she does or she doesn't.
Right. and then on top of that, when she was in court, what they cited her in court was a criminal citation. So if she don't do anything at that point, it's a criminal offense. So she can't do nothing. If she go and board the windows up, she's just gonna be in legal criminal trouble because she can't mess with the property because it's technically a crime scene. But if she don't, she gonna risk going to jail. So the judges basically told her she need to go and talk to her lawyer and see if she can get them to put a move on it. So she got the ticket for insecure property, open container, which means, I just found this out, if you have open container citation, that means that you're storing trash. Not your trash is kind of debris scattered all over the place. It's open. It's a container charge. And she got that and the property being secured, and it was somehow that was $1,500 in citation. But the judge was nice; she dropped it down to $1,250.
Yeah.
But now she got a criminal citation against.
I want you to think about it this way, and I don't know this to be a fact, but I'm definitely going to investigate it, and we can revisit it later. The judge, to a layman's perspective, job is to view a case and make a ruling on it. But in actuality, a judge is a person that is about money.
Yeah, I guess that's how she keep her job.
They're a revenue agent.
And
they're on a hierarchy of revenue agents. So you have your police officers that are, one form of revenue agent, where they stop you. They're not stopping you to protect you. They're stopping you to do business with you. And the business is for you to get some type of ticket.
Every time.
So, most people don't realize that they can be given warnings. They have that option to give you a warning.
They're not in business to give warnings. They won't make no money giving warnings.
But they have that option.
I understand.
So the judge is no different. You go to court and your case is whatever it is, and you explain to the judge, hey, this didn't happen this way, so on and so forth. They're going to take the other revenue agent's word for it, because your word don't mean shit, only your signature.
Right, but I'm gonna tell you this. I went to court and I ended up winning my case.
You're very lucky.
But you know what? The judge went off on me twice. Once when I went up to check in, I was asked to plead a plea, and I technically didn't know what I was in there for, what offense I was in there for. Mm-hmm. I got a letter saying that it was mandatory for me to appear in court. Mm-hmm. And the letter didn't give me any details. I knew it was DeKalb County. It was a citation because it had the property address, but I didn't know what I was technically in there for. Mm-hmm. And only way I found out what I was in there for, because when I went to visit the property, collect rent or what have you, the guy told me he was taking pictures of the gutters. Mm-hmm. So technically I was in there for the gutters. Mm-hmm. So I went in the courtroom and I saw nothing wrong with the gutters besides they needed to be clean. Mm-hmm. They had a couple of dents and dings on it. They wasn't the beautifulest gutters, but they served their purpose. So when I went in the courtroom, I asked the judge, at first I pled not guilty. I pled not guilty. Then I was kind of like, okay, it's going to be a $500 fine, win or lose. So I'm going to plead no low and just walk out the court and just be prepared to pay the fine. Mm-hmm. But when I was up there, my conscience said, no, challenge it. Mm-hmm. Because, challenge it. Mm-hmm. I repaired the gutters. I replaced the gutters. So I went in there and I said, I'm not guilty. Now it turns into a trial. Mm-hmm. So I get to ask the code enforcement questions, she get to ask me questions, so forth and so on. My very first question to her was, what was her qualifications to determine that those gutters were in disrepair? Mm-hmm. What qualifications do you have to tell me that these gutters? Because then she posed a question back to me. I told her I have over 20 years in construction engineering, construction maintenance. I got construction. My whole background is, up to a certain point was all construction. Mm-hmm. So I have the knowledge and experience in construction. Mm-hmm. The gutters are serving their purpose. Now, what is your qualification? Because you have to prove me guilty. Right. So she showed the pictures. I said the pictures showed that the gutters need to be cleaned. The gutters' purpose are to prevent erosion and to wash the water away from the around the dwelling. Right. They're doing that. They're serving that purpose. Right. So now, why do you determine, and what qualify you to determine that they wasn't? And the judge said that she agreed with my assessment. Mm-hmm. She did, because she didn't have no qualification.
She didn't have no comeback.
No, she couldn't. She couldn't tell me what she felt was,
Everybody in those type of jobs are placed in a position where they have to generate money. Yeah. The same way that if you're in any other sales position.
Exactly.
So the judge is included.
So hey, from my thing, if you don't think you're wrong, challenge it. Because if you get found guilty, you're gonna have to pay the fine anyway.
My thing is, before you challenge it, understand what it is that you're challenging. Because it's more than a citation.
Right.
It's without going into too much detail, it's designed for you to take responsibility for something that doesn't exist.
Hey.
And that's one to grow on.
Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk about these box office smash, the money that's been revenue has been generated through the box office. We're going to talk about South Africa and Barack Obama. Hey, and Usher's stepson was in a tragic accident this weekend.
That was sad. That was really sad.
That's real sad. But hey, you tuned into Soul Connection. I'm AJ along with my co-host, the Professor D. And we'll be right back.